Lions News fan report. Imagine being on the verge of stardom in the NFL, showing flashes of talent that could solidify you as a key piece for a competitive team's defense. But at the same time, constantly battling injuries that prevent continuity and growth. This is the dilemma of Ifeatu Melifonwu, a player whose future with the Lions seems increasingly uncertain. Has Detroit really decided not to renew his contract? And if true, does this mean the end of his journey with the team or an opportunity to start fresh elsewhere? Melifonwu entered the NFL as a third-round pick in the 2021 draft, and since then, his potential has always been evident. His blitzing ability and defensive versatility brought a new dynamic to the Lions' secondary, especially at the end of the 2023 season when he delivered impactful performances. He was responsible for 2 crucial interceptions, including a game-changing pick against the Minnesota Vikings in Week 16, proving he could be a reliable playmaker. However, these brilliant moments were often overshadowed by his struggles to stay healthy. Since his rookie season, injuries have been a constant in his career. As a rookie, he suffered a severe hamstring injury in just his second NFL game, sidelining him for an extended period. In 2022, he managed to play only 10 games before facing new physical setbacks. His only full season came in 2023, but even then, he started the year limited due to a broken hand sustained during training. This season, he suffered an ankle injury during training camp and was placed on injured reserve by Week 4. During his recovery, a new finger fracture further delayed his return to the field, resulting in another year of missed opportunities. The central question now is, do the Lions still believe in him? Looking ahead to the franchise's future, uncertainty over Melifonwu's tenure makes sense. Detroit already boasts one of the best safety duos in the NFL, and with limited resources to allocate towards reinforcements, renewing a player who struggles to remain available may not be the best choice. The most prudent decision would be to invest in athletes who can contribute consistently without the looming threat of injuries over each season. Thus, the trend is that the Lions will opt not to renew Melifonwu's contract and instead seek reinforcements through free agency or the draft. However, this decision is not as simple as it seems. Melifonwu possesses traits that few players in the league have. He is a physical defender, aggressive against the run, and capable of covering different areas of the field. If Detroit decides to part ways with him, it will create room for a replacement, but will they find someone with the same level of versatility? The financial aspect also comes into play. A short-term contract with performance and playing time-based incentives could be a viable solution for both parties. This way, the Lions would mitigate the risk while Melifonwu would have the chance to prove he can be reliable over a full season. On the other hand, there is a possibility that another NFL team sees value in him and is willing to offer him a fresh opportunity. In a market where versatile defenders are highly valued, teams needing secondary reinforcements may consider signing Melifonwu a worthwhile gamble. The major challenge for him will be convincing executives that his injury streak is a thing of the past and that he can finally become a dependable player in a solid defensive system. If Melifonwu does leave, this also opens discussions about the Lions' roster-building philosophy. Is the team willing to let go of a talent who, when healthy, can be impactful? Or is this a necessary step to ensure investments are made in players with greater availability? This decision could reflect a more pragmatic approach from the team's management, focusing on stability and continuity. Additionally, pressure from fans and sports media could also influence this decision. Many fans believe that Melifonwu has yet to truly showcase his full potential due to the unfortunate circumstances he has faced. For some, giving him another opportunity with a strategically structured contract would be the best move. For others, it's time to move on and invest in a more physically reliable player. The speculation surrounding Melifonwu's future also raises questions about which teams might be interested in signing him. Teams in need of depth at the safety position, such as the New England Patriots, Green Bay Packers, or even the Dallas Cowboys, could consider Melifonwu a viable option. In the right scheme and with a proper physical management plan, he could finally break out and prove that injuries do not define his career. Another factor to consider is how the Lions' decision could impact the locker room. Melifonwu is respected by his teammates and coaches, and his departure could generate reactions within the team. Some players may feel that the team is letting go of a talent that could be useful, while others may see the decision as an opportunity to bring fresh blood into the defense. Beyond the on-field impact, the decision not to renew Melifonwu's contract could have strategic repercussions for the franchise's plans. Under the leadership of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, the Lions have been building a roster focused on resilience and versatility. Choosing to move forward without Melifonwu could indicate that the team is seeking a different player profile to complement the defense. A more durable and consistently available defender, even if technically inferior, might be the offseason priority. There's also the question of whether Melifonwu could return later in the season as a free agent if the Lions suffer injuries in the secondary. Detroit might be taking a calculated risk by letting him test the market while keeping an open door for a potential return should circumstances change. This strategy would allow them to assess other options without completely severing ties with a player who, despite his injury history, has already proven his value when healthy. Moreover, the Lions' coaching staff must consider how his absence will affect defensive schemes. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn has relied on versatile safeties to disguise coverages and apply pressure, a role that Melifonwu has fulfilled in critical moments. If the Lions choose to replace him, will they target a player with similar attributes, or will they adjust their system to accommodate a different type of defender? Another angle worth exploring is how Melifonwu's potential departure could impact young players waiting for their chance to step up. Detroit has promising safeties in development, and moving on from Melifonwu might open doors for fresh talent to emerge. Could this be the break that a young prospect needs to prove himself on the big stage? Lastly, Melifonwu himself must be contemplating what's next. If the Lions truly decide not to renew his contract, does he bet on himself with a one-year deal somewhere else, or does he seek long-term security with a team willing to take a risk? His decision will be crucial in determining the trajectory of his NFL career and whether he can finally put his injury struggles behind him. The offseason is approaching, and anticipation surrounding this decision is growing. The Lions are on the verge of making an important move in their journey toward a more solid and competitive future. Whatever the choice, the consequences will be felt throughout the organization. And now the question remains, who will be the next to fill the void left by Melifonwu? Will Detroit find a suitable replacement, or will they miss the versatile presence he brought to the defense? And you Lions fans, do you think the franchise is making the right decision by potentially not renewing Ifeatu Melifonwu's contract? Or do you believe he still deserves another chance to prove his worth? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to follow the Lions News Fan Report for more analysis and updates on your favorite team.